What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for my very first race, official race that is, of course, in the brand new supercar, the V8 Supercar Camaro. We're going to see how this goes. I surprised myself a little bit by putting it on the front row of the grid so far. Still a couple laps outstanding, but which is a surprise because I was not that happy with it. It was okay, nothing extraordinary. Little mistakes on both laps. It was okay pace. Wasn't anything special, but we are in the front row, which is good. We are going to attempt the double clutch start, which has been a problem for me for years, and I never really took seriously, but I spent some good time on it last night in some testing. So thanks to Nick and Carl for coming to test with me. We did learn that my set that I built here runs out of gear in the toe down the backstretch about 200 meters too soon. So we'll see if that impacts anything. But we are a two car, so that's good. We don't have to be the one car by a mile. I don't think there are very many Australians in here. I'm running this at kind of a weird time slot because my schedule is all messy this morning. Was that Daniel's first lap? It was, so he's going to be way faster on the second lap in theory. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, he has good performance and good speed. He is from Scandinavia, so that makes sense. A little slower, actually, on the second lap. But anyways, this is going to be all about tire saving, tire performance, keeping the fronts and the rears on it. We'll just have to play it by ear. I need someone to do me a paint scheme, so if you know how to do a Gen 3 Camaro paint with the CF Mobile, I'd greatly appreciate it. But smaller field, but hopefully we have some fun and can get a decent finish out of this. I think we can compete for a top 5, which would be great. As far as how this is all going to go, I have no idea. I know my downfall is going to be burning through the left front tire. I just struggle massively with keeping the left front on it as far as heat, wear, up through the S's, through the carousel, especially braking over the crest for the carousel. No bus stop here today at Watkins. This is Watkins Classic Boot. So all those long left hand or right hand corners, excuse me, that put a lot of left front load on the car are going to be my problem. We will have a pit stop probably roughly halfway, and we'll see how this goes. So no
Radio
idea what
check.
we're going to get, but hopefully it's
Or
fun. Hopefully we can make it through without dying and start our supercars career off well. I'm really enjoying the car. It's cool. I feel like a superhero when I'm clicking through downshifts in some of these big brake zones and blipping the rev match thing, and it makes you feel great. It's really cool. So I'm really glad we get to do that twice this year with two cars here, the Ford GT and this car. And while I'm thinking of it, this is probably just because of my recording schedule going to be a December 26th video. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas yesterday. Good time spent with family, friends, and loved ones. Hope it was a successful day for sure. And that means it is also Alex's birthday today. So if you know Belsky, please wish him a happy birthday. And yeah, we'll try to dedicate him a good finish in this one. So let's get on the grid. We got about 40 seconds. Probably just about everybody else is ready to go except me because I got to do intros. But we'll see how this goes. So I am ready. And make sure you plug YouTube and let's get to it. And I'm scared. All right. Double clutch. Can we start the thing without killing ourselves? That is the $1,000,000 question. I have no idea the answer to that question, but we're going to try it. All right, I'm so scared, like literally so scared. Start's going to be the scariest part. I think I can run 26 laps, no problem. Hopefully, knock on wood. I haven't even done a 26 lap run yet, but hopefully. But we'll see. We're ready to go. Let's get to it. Putting it in first gear would help, dipshit. I knew I'd fuck something up with it. Oh, I did to myself at least. All right, we're back to fifth. That's all right though. So worried about the clutch start, which I knew would fuck me up, and I thought that we were ready to go for a decent start, but I forgot to put in first gear because I'm fucking stupid. Anyways, we'll have to do a nice recovery drive here, save some tires, play the long game, which shouldn't be too big of an issue. I can live when I do it to myself, so. You know, a wise man once said putting it in first gear helps your starts. Glad everyone was able to avoid me. We'll just take it nice and chill here on the cold tires. In no rush whatsoever. I think our pace is relatively the same, or maybe not quite as good as the four in front of us, so I'm not concerned. They want to go hard or run hard or race each other really hard. Same deal as usual. We'll just try to hang back, survive now that we're behind, and not take anything too seriously here. It's all about getting to the end of this thing. This corner, long right-hander, a lot of left front load. Really unloads a corner on exit, very light feeling, very tricky. Up the hill also, very, very light loading, light feeling, excuse me. Marius looking around there. He is the one car, did not check his iRating. Hopefully it's way higher than mine so we don't lose a bunch of iRacing if we finish like 4th, 5th. But only a 12-car field here today. I would hope that if we finish 4th, if we're able to get to 4th, hopefully we don't lose too much, if any. But just have to play it by ear, obviously, see how it goes. Alright, we've survived one with no major dramas. Just kind of seems like everybody's a little bit driving to the tire here, which is fine. Toe isn't a huge factor here except down the backstretch. It does come into play down the backstretch big time as I overdrive turn 1 just a little bit. I'm trying to be gentle, and that's hurting me because I don't know how to be gentle. I have to just go and do my thing. And if we burn the fronts off, we burn the fronts off. But that's just how to be my limitation for this. I think I can keep the rears on it okay, but the fronts are going to be asking for some relief by the pit stop for sure. And that's just the facts of not being a regular in this series or in the old car or anything. We're just going to struggle. So passing seems like it'll probably be pretty difficult here, especially early on, because all these guys seem to be pretty fast. We could consider going for an undercut, pitting on 11, 12, somewhere in there, and just trying our best to get out in front and then maintain. Alternatively, if people start pitting on 12, we may go long and pit on 14, maybe even 15, but that's pretty long. So we just gotta be ready to adapt and play it by ear. Once we get sorted out here a little bit more, we can adjust our fuel. Shouldn't need a full tank of fuel on our pit stop, only about 9 or 10 gallons perhaps. These two in front of us are definitely racy. We'll see if Marius is able to make a pass here on Max. They're both driving a little bit conservatively with each other, which is actually good, keeping me up in their tow train. A little bit of a gap behind now to Hayden, but he has not fallen back a million miles by any means. So, while I'm thinking of it, thanks CR2 for talking me into buying this car, giving this a whirl. Don't think it's going to be a regular weekly thing or anything, so make sure you check out his channel, CR2 Racing, to see more regular Supercars content. I think he's playing around just about every week, which I will not be. Alright, let's see what we got for fuel here. Front 2, and then these 2 in front of us are kind of our group here. Marius thought about taking a look up into turn 2 there at the bottom of the hill. That's an interesting place to pass. No idea how hard these guys are going. Perfectly content to run kind of at this pace. Again, we're not going to be lighting up the purple sectors or anything here, so we might as well just be smart and smooth, make sure we live and not do anything too crazy here for now at least. Max overdrove that quite a bit, so we'll try to sneak up the inside here, make this pass. Try. Just going to send it back up the inside. We're offline, very, very slippery out in the marbles. Now we got to focus on making this pass on him now that he's made the mistake and been offline. We got to just get through him here. Battle for the lead, it looks like, between Kyle and Daniel. See how that's going. Again, I can live with whatever happens here. I did it to myself, being stupid on the grid, overthinking this. I'd still like to get back to 4th, maybe 3rd if we can, but 4th for sure, because I think we have top 4 speed and probably prevent us from losing iRacing, I would hope, but just have to see if we can get out of this here. Max is definitely pushing it here, it looks like. Being very aggressive into turn 1. To go with that much slide up the hill. He is really pushing his tires off here. Big slide up the hill on both ends there. So he pulls a couple car lengths. We'll just have to settle back in again here. For more mistakes, or just wait for him to run out of tire. Another battle for the lead. Looks like they're just swapping it here. Racing, I guess. We get a 3-way battle here shortly when Marius catches up. Wish I could be up in there, but again, did it to myself, so that's okay. Make it interesting. Hopefully they bail each other into oblivion. That would be cool. Fun car though. I'm enjoying it. Again, not going to be my best thing. The people that drive this regularly and are good at this are going to be way, way better than I am. But Marius with a big save there, almost a death for the one car. Good save. I drive off track by myself, watching that. 1X, not a good start. Not Smith. Pretty stupid, uncharacteristic mistake. I got to get my shit together. I know it's pretty early in the morning, and I fucked this up all by myself, but I got to get my head in the game. So anyways, I mean, I know I'm not going to be good at this car. It's not going to be something that I come out and just run at my iRacing pace, because that's not how this car works. This is a pretty specialized car. Nothing really quite like it. The Australian, New Zealand guys really clean up because they understand this. This is their thing. Big mistake there by Max. See if we can capitalize. Got a decent run. Show him a nose, see if he overdrives. He does. He's going to keep it on the circuit though. Stick the right front up in there. Let him go there. Damn, like he is fighting me so hard for this. It's just crazy. I think this is a mistake. He's just going to burn out his tires. It's costing me big time. Again, I should never be behind this clown, but it's okay. I did it to myself again. It's my choice, so I think we're better than him. He's definitely struggling already on tires, even though we're only on lap 5. As I'm gonna take a big slide. I got to get my shit together, man, or we're gonna end up wrecking with this guy. I got to get my shit together for sure. Definitely letting this 8 car Hayden behind us stay close, which really sucks because I know we're faster than that. Front 3 are still going at it. They haven't exactly gotten away yet, which is good. Punishing those front tires, but riding behind them I am also, which sucks. Just do not have the balls to get up the hill like he does, otherwise I think we can make a pass into the carousel, but I cannot fathom pushing that hard. Because I think I'll die and because I don't think I have the skill. But we gotta do something. We're getting stuck behind this guy, losing several tenths a lap. Oh, one guy's off there. Daniel's very, very wide in the carousel. You get one mistake. You don't really get 2 in this car. Giving Marius free spots, and I really think that could be up there in contention or around that, but just gotta keep doing our thing here. Saving the tires. We're barely halfway towards a pit stop here, so just gotta keep doing our thing. We're not that far behind. Oh, that's a bullshit 1X too. I don't think I was over there, but whatever, this will just be my series to bleed SR, I guess, for the year. Trying too hard now, definitely heat up the fronts for sure. Probably the rears also. Trying too hard, we just gotta get back in the rhythm, stay patient. I have really shot myself in the foot about 4 different ways in this race. This is really subpar for my standards. Pace is one thing, but to just be making these mistakes like this is just awful. All right, this is our run down the backstretch. We gotta try to make a pass here. Can't stick it around the outside there, just too many marbles. This dude's costing us so much fucking time. He's driving over his head, making mistakes, costing us so much time. Looks like we're almost a spin there for someone ahead, maybe Daniel. Marius has gotten to the lead here. Still keeping everybody pretty tight. Trying to stay patient. We still have a long, long way to go, 19 laps. Really should be up in third right now, but cannot get my life together. Definitely feeling the fronts go off. I knew that would be my weakness, but I think we might have to get a little bit aggressive with this guy if we get another chance at him, because he is just costing us so much time. Fuck out there in the marbles and see what I've been dealing with, dipshit. And moving on the straightaway like that, like I ran the back of you because you don't understand how this works, but it's all good. We've gotten through. That's gonna hit the back of us again. Sounds legit. All right, now we gotta just freaking drive away because that was whatever. He's overdriving for sure. Give him some of this dirty air. I gotta focus back up and go forwards, not make stupid mistakes. That would be key. Might be able to get Daniel here. He looks like he's struggling. Maybe not right now, but force him into an early pit stop or something and try to pick up the pieces. I don't know what I want to do for tires here yet, but it's hard because when you got someone right up behind you like this, you want to attack the car in front, but you also got to keep in mind the car behind. So it is a fine balance. They're still battling pretty hard for the lead up there. P4 though is good. Definitely can't get up the hill better than they can. This guy's costing us so much time insisting on battling like this, but I guess that's his prerogative. He's probably cost us the distance to Daniel by now, just with the several battles that we've had so far. Daniel keeps making some pretty big mistakes under braking though, so gotta get my shit together. I'm not sure we're faster. Obviously, he ran some making few laps, and we're not catching those front two anymore unless they have some kind of coming together. But I think I can at least keep in touch with Daniel in case he continues to make mistakes or has a sloppy pit stop or something along those lines. I don't know what I want to do for pit stop.
Sorry, Steve. Smoke screen.
got a little bit of gap now to max this lap. One was okay. Still gotta get up the hill decently enough though, which we do. Yeah, he's getting it all kinds of wrong behind us there, just out of tires. Can be fast, but this car rewards not being dead, so. I want to make it clear when I talk about iRating and all this stuff in supercars, I do not care in the slightest. I could not care any less if we lose 20, 30, 40 in this race, which I don't think we would for fourth as a 2-car, but whatever. Probably not very high SOF. I do not care at all. I am here purely for fun, purely to try to learn, get better as a driver, but I know we're not going to be good. I know that this is not going to be my magical ticket to a 10K or whatever. Like, I do not care at all. I just want to make that clear, just in case people accuse me of lying about my feelings on the old iRating scale, which is irrelevant anyways, but even if you do care, I want to make it known that this is not it, so. Decent lap that time, not the best lap by any means, but starting to pull a little more from Max as his tires have gone off. Underdrove one there just a touch. We got through okay. We lost a little bit of time to Daniel that last lap. Still sort of in touch. Sort of being a very light term, of course. We can still see him. How about that? We can still see the leaders. Really drove into the carousel hard there. I'd be curious to see what my tires are from each of these runs for sure. I think I mentioned this earlier, and we learned this last night. I think I'm underdriving the grip of the rear tire and overdriving the grip of the front tire. I think I definitely, my driving style is hurting the front tires, at least as far as wear, heat, longevity. And I think I'm underdriving and under-trusting because I'm scared of burning off the rear tire and just having like 50% rears and not being able to get off any corners without wheel spin. So I think I need more practice, and obviously Watkins is far from my best track, but there's definitely room to grow and improve here to get better at doing this. Which is good, that's what you want, right? If it was all sorted out, we wouldn't come back. But we're doing okay. Lap 12, this is the lap right here. We're going to see who, if anyone, decides for an early pit stop. Decent up the hill there. I think our tires are in okay shape. Again, the guys in front have driven away now. As long as Max doesn't pit here, I think we're going to go to 14 if we can. I'd like to just shadow where he's at, but it really depends, because I know coming in early is not going to do us any good at all. We're not going to leap forward several seconds and then still have enough to hold them off, obviously. So a little bit of wheel spin there, that's all right. A little bit's not a bad thing. I just had to get my head in the game. Those first couple laps were ugly from my perspective as a driving standard metric. I just poor execution, poor driving. really should be third in this race just because of the mistakes that Daniel's made, and my start obviously cost us like 3 spots immediately. Never even had a chance to get up in there. Looks like everybody's pretty much got this under control towards the front. Nobody is vastly overdriving themselves in front of me. Marius and Kyle still having a good battle there for the lead, actually. They're still pretty close, so might become a Hooplink's first pit stop game. Not going to come in here on 12. We have 2 seconds behind us, so. Nobody comes in that time. Lost about 4/10 to the leader that lap. Not surprising, that's okay. Like I said, I think even though we qualified second, we really have third or maybe fourth place speed somewhere in this range. So if we come out as fourth, that's fine. If we come out of the third, definitely fine. Be ecstatic if we come out as the top 3, but fourth was good. I didn't want to finish fifth. We were faster in the 5 car, and we're driving better and conserving better in the 5 car. We just had to get our head off our ass and get our shit together. So again, I know that because of recording schedules, this is going to be a weird release time. It's going to be way after Watkins is finished, but that's how it goes sometimes. But again, wish Belsky happy birthday today if you know him. Alright, I'm going to try to shut up here a little bit. Focus for a couple laps till our pit stop. Looks like the front guys had it coming together there, Marius. He's going to tighten everybody back up, make him do some more hard work getting up through there again. It could tighten things up for us. Maybe there was contact there, I can't tell because he does not seem to be happy. We'll see if there's a redress or anything that goes on. I would assume not. This is iRacing. We don't really do redressing, even though we should, because that's a gentleman race, an adults race, but regardless. Not a great lap for me. This lap we've lost a good amount of time, so I am going to shut up and focus here through our pit cycle and see if we can get some of this back, figure out how we're going to sort through this. So, 1 pit stop there for Daniel. He must be out of tires. Max not coming in yet. A lot of pit stops that lap. I think we probably will pit this lap. We'll see what the guys in front of us do, though. Max is starting to catch us back up again behind. Not a huge concern, but I've just driven really poorly this whole race pretty much. I have to be mindful of the cold tires coming out pit lane here. Is definitely getting sideways up there again, so he's with that slide, I assume, really running out of the rear tire. I'm running out of the front tire to the surprise of 0 people. The question is, do we keep going? That's the question. Come in because Marius is staying out. Down to 40-ish. Hopefully it wasn't speeding. Don't think it was speeding, or if it was, it wasn't big. Gotta stop on our marks here, make sure we're set for fuel and tires. Should be good. Not sure what that guy was doing there. It distracted me just a little bit. But we're good. Decent pit stop. We can get in and out here on the cold tires. Come up behind the 6, but still in a nice little gap. Again, cold tires not the end of the world. He's probably going to come in here before we catch him at the end of this lap, I would assume, unless he hits the wall. Just got to get these things up to temp and pressure. Be 11 to go when we get back, so. Fronts definitely work better now, but dude's all over the place. Big rear tire slides there for him, for sure. Fortunately, we're going to get stuck behind him through this section. So he drops a wheel like that. Allows to make the pass at least, so that's good. Daniel spun there, it looks like. Or nearly. Good save. Good save. Alright, where are we going to cycle out with the other guys? That's the key. See how long Marius and other dude want to go. Looks like they're still going, so we'll see what we get on Delta here. 36.7, that lap was our gap. See if we can make up any time on Max here. Hopefully we would on new tires, I would assume. He's gonna do the go long, pay the price now, and try to blitz the end of this thing is what he's going for, which is fine by me. Hopefully we get a nice gap on him and can prevent that from happening, obviously, but it's still a threat for sure. Looks like the front couple are coming in, or at least Max is, so we'll get a direct delta here where he comes out. About a lap of warm-up, and then he'll be on the attack, so 2 laps fresher tires for him than we got. Doing okay though, we're still 5 seconds within of Kyle, who will probably become the leader, I would assume here, so we're still in it. Not a million miles off by any means. Not sure if Marius came in there or not. We'll find out shortly. Max still stationary, it looks like. Clear him easily. My fastest lap there, 48.6. Max is still coming out of the pit lane, so we'll have a nice gap to him. About 4 and a bit seconds probably. With hot tires, hopefully we can increase that a little bit this lap. No pit stop yet for the 1 car. And I guess the chase is on, so we're back up to 4th, which is great. Coming to 9 to go. Feels a lot like that 87s at Watkins, which we'll get to visit later this season. Did the job of getting out ahead, and then the guy's going to come crawling back towards the end. I think it was Lou in that race, but I have to make sure that we have enough left to fight when he gets here. Marius finally coming in, lap 17, so he did a very long stint. He's going to be very fast, even though he's probably going to come out right about where we are. Thereabouts. Another slide from Daniel there. Won't take much for us to get in touch with Daniel. He definitely has a pace advantage on us, but won't take many mistakes to get right up on him, especially if he has an accident. Marius is not going to come out in front of Kyle. Should come out in front of us, though. There he is. Going to be right about second place. Actually, should get out in front. We'll see how he is on the cold tires, but at least he has clean tracks, so well done on the pit cycle there. See how aggressive these guys get with each other. Not my best run up the S's there. We're going to get battling. I think Daniel knows it's not exactly his fight, but you still want to battle. Try and just take this nice and easy. Kyle has a really nice gap now, but Marius is going to have to run him down. And may have been contact between them in the boot here several laps ago, which got Marius out of shape, and I'm sure he will be more than happy to do whatever is necessary to regain that if he were to catch up. Just trying to keep some tires on it. It's our main goal right now. We're not going to run any better than 4th on pace, so 8 laps we got to survive on these. Love downshifting this car. It's so much fun. To go. Put a little more gap on Max this lap. Maybe he's already having troubles. Kyle's about 3 or 4 tenths faster than I am already here, so I'm also not very good at maximizing turn 1 because my brain does not like the fact that we can use all that runoff to the exit of the curve there. It's not a, again, old man yelling at cloud, but it's not the Watkins that I grew up driving where there was grass out there and it really punched you to drop the wheels, so no matter. Again, I don't think we're going forwards anymore. Marius has gotten those tires up to temp. He's got 3 seconds to make up. We'll see if he can do it. I would assume he can. We'll see how that transpires once he catches up. But yeah, he's already down to 2.5, so he's going to have, what, about 3 or 4 lap fresher tires than Kyle's got, and probably more pace, it seems like, so. I will have to remember to check my tires between the first stint and the second stint. Obviously the first one was a little bit longer, more battling thus far. He's really falling off now, so he probably is one of those guys that has speed but needs a rabbit. He's 3/4 of a second slower than I am, and I am not fast, so. Still disappointed in my driving here. 2 really silly, sloppy 1Xs early on. One that I think was bullshit, one that was just me being stupid. Try to touch that curb to get the nose in, really struggling up the hill compared to these guys. I don't think we're too bad, but just compared to the guys around us, it's like 2 tenths. But just sloppy driving, just not my best quality work, which is expected, but is fine. I'd rather have it for Clio and GT2 and street stocks when we visit that, and 87s, whatever. If this is my car where I just show up and I'm a fish out of water, or an American out of water, as I titled my previous video at the Roval, so be it. Not concerned. It's about having fun. If we run well, great. If we don't, you try to learn and improve. we can still see the leader. We're 20 laps in this, and we're only 6 seconds back. Again, I don't think that the leader is some 8K Australian. I know he's not actually, but I know it's not a superhero that usually drive these cars and makes the rest of us feel inadequate, but we can still see him nonetheless, so I think that's a win on my book, because a lot's gone wrong for me in this one for sure. Has not been my finest hour, not been my finest driving. I don't think I was aggressive enough with the 5. I don't think I was good enough with the pace that we have, but still cruising. I'm in 6 to go here, so we're clicking through it for sure. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't driven this yet and you've thought about it, it is very difficult, very, very difficult, but it is a lot of fun, so. We really just need one more mistake or slide where Daniel to put us in contention. Marius is down to 1 second back with plenty of time to go here. For the win, that is. We'll see how they get to racing, if they get feisty or not. We've opened up our gap to almost 7 seconds back to Max, so he is no longer a threat as long as I keep it on the black stuff. Overdrove just a little bit there, but that's okay. Bring it in. Just not good enough up the hill. Probably not just good enough on pace. We're probably down 2/10 up the hill and 2/10 on pace, and then that's where the difference has come in this one. It's okay, still happy with it. Learned a lot. Learned a lot of good, a lot of bad. Again, curious to see what the tires look like after this for comparison and see how we can learn to be a little bit better. I expect my worst tire to honestly be the left front, especially from that first stint, followed by the left rear, and then the right front and the right rear, because I think I'm doing a decent job on the rear tires, but not A+ or anything. And then the fronts, I know I just have plowed off because I demand a lot from the front end of my car. I need my nose to be twitchy. I've talked about this before. I need it when I turn the wheel to just do things, and this car does not like that. So hasn't been perfect. Downshifts haven't been perfect. Battle for the lead is on now. They may slow each other down some. They may crash, one or both of them. Hopefully not, but again, I wouldn't complain with a freebie or two. But this is the epitome of like the old phrase, like have the day you deserve, when people are trying to like wish you well but be sarcastic about it. Like, have the day you deserve is how this race has gone for me. It started immediately. I mean, the start was just awful. I'm still shaking my head about how I let that happen. 5 to go. And then, yeah, just the silly 1X's getting behind was not ideal. Getting behind the 5 would really cost us a good amount of time. I think if I hadn't gotten behind the 5 because I hadn't messed up the start, we probably could have been third because Daniel's made a couple mistakes, but he has more pace than I do, obviously. But it's a good opportunity, good race, good learning. We are starting to battle for the lead. Just keep an eye on that. Laps of fuel, good, because we got 4.5 to go. Still battling for the lead. They are definitely slowing each other down, but not like we're close enough anyways, regardless. Plenty of fuel. Maybe not plenty, but enough. Was too wide. Again, we'll see how feisty those front two get. Don't know if they had contact or not. It sounded like, based on Marius's reaction, that they may have, but now they get a chance to do it over again and fight here, so we'll see. Gotta keep pushing on, stay close. We got 4 to go. I think I've driven an okay race. Pace has not been there. Consistency definitely has not been there. We're doing okay. Something to build on. Maybe some of our better tracks. I don't even know what the schedule looks like. I don't remember, honestly, but especially particularly in the wet races, we might have something to fight with just because of mistakes. I really liked it. I drove in week 13 in the wet at Watkins and didn't race it, but had a lot of fun in that. Looks like Mary has finally made a pass, perhaps. No, they're still going at it. Still side by side. Are they going to live? Maybe. Looks like Marius is going to grab the spot finally. I don't think Kyle's going to give up, obviously, but yeah, they're going at it up there. Kyle threw a dive at him into the boot. Couldn't quite make it stick. I think Marius might be gone now with his tire advantage. Another big slide from Daniel. He's got the pace, but he's sliding all over the place on me. Stop giving me hope, man. Kyle's keeping them close, though. You gotta stay close to the backstretch and you have a shot. Make it interesting. You can only stay close so long in dirty air with older tires on the faster car. I mean, that's just tough, so. Definitely still in touch, though. 3 to go. A little bit deep in the one, but we get it stopped. It's all right. Still close enough to be interesting up the hill here if they can get off of the S's and get some towed on the backstretch. Could be still interesting. A little too far back, it seems like, for Kyle, though. Just enough tire deficit and tire delta to hurt him. Marius, obviously, a great recovery to come back through and drive up. Good pit stop timing to come out in front of Daniel. Not a big fan of this track without the bus stop. I think it would have been better with the bus stop, but they chose this version for whatever reason. Which is fine. Good week 1 track, but excited to see how these go with some of the less popular tracks. Marius has now opened up that gap to at least a couple tenths and not have to defend every single corner, so it's probably done and dusted. My pace has fallen off a cliff here completely. This lap has been awful again. I did that end of the first stint also. A couple laps where I was just not good. It's hard to stay focused like this when you're not really racing anybody and you're just kind of cruising around talking. It's like a therapy drive, but stuff is still on the line. Like when you're the only Kia or whatever, the only Clio, it's a lot easier to just kind of chill, and if something happens as long as you keep it on track. But technically here I still gotta battle a couple people just in case. But Kyle's still within 3 tenths, so still pretty close, but not close enough to make an imminent pass. Popsicle sticks, 2 to go. Max may have made a mistake behind us, almost 10 seconds now. They're really fast out ahead. Popsicle sticks indeed. Next time by will be Credit One Bank. Sponsor me, please, Credit One Bank. Happy with this drive, start to side. The recovery was good. We got by the car that I wanted to get by, that I felt we should get by. But don't know, again, there's a lot of things that play out in the race that may have cost us third, but at the end of the day, fourth is an okay result. Not bad for a first-timer, for sure. Happy with it. It's a decent result. Too many sloppy mistakes. Not happy about the 2X. Can live with 1. Mistakes happen, but 2 silly mistakes is not good. Not going to miss this track, though. This has never been a track that I loved in any car, pretty much. But C7DP aside, C7DP was fun here. But not going to miss this. Don't think we're racing any supercars in week 2, so probably going to be a little bit longer before we get another video. I think that week 3 is a wet race. I don't remember where. It might be Brands, might be somewhere else. I can't recall exactly. Maybe Navarra. So probably about a week and a half from now, we may see another one of these. But so mad. Like, I'm still mad. It's been 45 minutes, but I'm so mad that I fucked up that start. They're side by side for the lead. I just noticed that. But I'm so mad that I fucked up the start because I practiced so many times last night getting off the grid and launching and making sure everything was right with my bite points and everything else, and it was all for naught because I'm an idiot. But they are still close for the lead. It's a little bit less close now. Kyle really had one shot at him, it looks like, in the turn one. Didn't capitalize, and now has lost some ground. But see what happens there. They're pretty spread now, a couple tenths down into the best passing zone, really, with the draft. We have plenty of gap, 11 seconds behind us. Shouldn't lose any SR for a 2X. Hopefully the IR loss is not too much in the field of 12. Is finishing fourth as 2-car. Hopefully it's 25 or less. That would be good. But it's irrelevant. Talked about before. Don't care. So looks like Marius has just about put this one to bed. He's got a little bit of a gap now. No real passing opportunities left unless you're just going to send the guy, which doesn't really happen in real supercars, but won't surprise me at all if we see some bump and runs in this series. Final corners. Great race, top 4. That was awesome. Overdrove that just a little bit, so I'm stupid. Very close margin there for the win, but Marius is going to take it as the 1 car from a little bit further down on the grid.
Good race, guys.
And that's P4. Take that. Not my best drive, but not my worst drive by any means. Let's see what our tires were after the pit stop. 73, 77.
Good race, guys. Thank you.
Definitely burned off the left front more, and then 83s on the right.
Nice fighting there, Justin. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm Max. I want to check if you were a dick when I passed you or not. So roughly the same way. I see 73, 77. So definitely need to get better at managing the left front. I don't know why my front tires are so bad, but I mean, that's part of it, I guess. But I just don't understand exactly why.
Did you stream this one?
I recorded it. It'll probably go up middle of next week.
Nice.
So let's see what happened here. We'll check this first. I felt like he moved. Yeah, I mean, I was not ready for him to move, obviously, because I already made my move out, and you're not supposed to move once I mean, this is a reactionary move. It didn't matter, and I should have been able to avoid this, but I did run the back of him. Moving halfway on the straightaway, it didn't matter. We got the spot eventually. Took me far too long to get that spot, but we got it eventually. We wasted too much time. Again, not sure if it cost us third or not, but let's go back and watch this start, because this is just... Lights go green. I'm standing there. It wasn't that much. It was half a second delay, but look at that. We're back to 5th immediately. Thankfully, the guys behind didn't exactly get blazing starts, because in a really good split, that would have been me back in P8, P9, somewhere in that range. But we survived. We made it. And, yeah, maybe that'll have to be the thumbnail there, us 3 wide on the start. But oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I mean... Everybody's start was pretty decent. It wasn't perfect, but whatever. That's part of it. All right, let's go check the results. Yep, WinZip, whatever. I hate these pop-ups. They drive me fucking nuts. All right, let's see the results. Hopefully we didn't lose too much ironing out of that. 1. We'll take that all day, every day. Like I told you, I ran, what was it, IMSA about a month or 2 ago in season 4 at Road America. And we finished like 3rd out of 7 and lost 1 ironing. I will take that all day, every day. That's a wash. Didn't lose any SR, thankfully, with my 2 stupid mistakes, but 1 ironing is irrelevant. That's a number that does not make any difference. It's not a real thing. It's made up. Probably helped by the 1 car being 4,800. I was hoping he would be nice and high. Daniel gets 30 to get right to 3K on the nubs. All these front guys led some laps. Daniel led the first 2, I guess, from pole, and then these 2 swapped it back and forth. They were half a second plus faster on their pure pace, but technically we were best Americans, so we'll take that. The 5 car behind us, only a 2K, so that's why I lost the 1, is because the field fell off quite a bit from cars 5, 6, 7, and so on. But Max's pace was decent. I was mad in the moment about the result and about the racing and how it was going. He definitely held us up, but that's how racing goes. So I need to get over myself and be fine with that. Only a 2x, which is actually decent, it looks like, compared to everybody else. 8, 5, 7, 6, 13, 14, 5, 13, 12. And then three for the 12 car who disconnected at 8 laps. So we had the least incidents by a mile. I don't know if those were 4Xs or 1Xs, or I mean, they were all racing much harder than I was. That's pretty much how it goes. But whatever, I enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. If you're new, I greatly appreciate all love and support. That was fun. We'll definitely be back. Not sure when. Not going to be every week for sure, but check out CR2's channel. I'll try to remember to link it down below if I get a chance to. But if I don't, Chris, leave a comment down below so people can find you. Um, but anyways, so if you enjoy Supercars action, there will be some, but not sure when or how much. And we'll be on to what's next. But hope everybody had a great Christmas. Thanks for sitting through that pretty long video, but I hope it was worth it. And hopefully the first of many. Hopefully at some point we can actually win one of these puppies. But that's going to be it. Till next time, as always. Bye bye.